Alright, so here we are in the 1966 Gold engine bay. As you saw in the last episode, we played around with the carb a little bit, but turns out it needs a rebuild. So we bought a kit. It's like 20 bucks. So we're just going to tear it apart, put all new gaskets, all new seals and stuff like that, and get it going, running smoother. So basically, you got your fuel line, your vacuum advance, and your choke. For two nuts that you take off, and then this guy is ready to come off. So before you go to put your carb back on, you want to make sure all this is clean. There's no gasket stuck there. Alright, so here's your generic carburetor rebuild kit. If you've never rebuilt a carburetor, they give you a breakdown or exploded view of the whole carb and every piece that you'll take off and replace. But it's fairly simple. Once you do one, the rest are pretty much the same. Then you just got to figure out how to set the carb, obviously your mixture screws, and float bowl heights. The part number from CarQuest, if any of you have this same carburetor, I know there's two. There's the Holley one, and then there's the Ford one. Alright, so for this job, you're going to need a 15/16 wrench to take off the fuel filter. You're going to need a 1-inch wrench to take off your power valve. Obviously a flat screwdriver to take off all of your flathead screws. An X-Acto knife to scrape off the gasket. And obviously some carb clean and a toothbrush to scrub. Now, like I said before, if you've never done a carb rebuild, the instructions they give you are pretty decent on how to set everything. They even give you a little chart to set the bowl height. It's quite in depth. They obviously give you a parts list of all the parts, and obviously your carb breakdown of where everything goes, even all these little ball bearings. But yeah, don't be afraid to try and do it yourself. See how dirty the inside of the carb is, and all these little holes need to be blown out. So if you ever get confused about what just fell out of where, this is a good reference point to tell you where it goes and what it's called. Pretty much all blown apart at this time. Chokes off, all the linkage, I left it on. Another thing is, don't be afraid to take photos while you're doing this. It's critical to know where everything goes back together. Sometimes this drawing doesn't show you both sides of the photo, so maybe sometimes just taking your own photos is the best route to go to be safe. But I'm going to start cleaning and then throw it all back together. Anyways, like I was saying before, see all those little holes on the side?
On the top, all these holes, that hole, all these little ones. Those ones down there, that one, this one right here, same on this side.
Make sure you blow those out. Clean them, spray some carb clean in there and clean them out. Clean the cylinder as well, around the throttle plate. Also clean the base of the carburetor so that no old or existing gasket materials on there. Same with the top. There goes my dog. Other than that, this little stuff down here, I'll probably get a smaller brush and try and clean it up. Once I'm done that, start putting all the stuff back together, all the new stuff back on it, get it all tuned. But Alright, so carb is rebuilt, all new pieces on. We're gonna try and fire this up and see how it goes. Alright, so we put the carburetor back on. It still has the exhaust leak at the manifold, but it fired right up. Just letting it warm up so the choke is back off. All the way open. Where's that little guy? I'm pretty happy with that. Maybe take it for a little run. Tomorrow morning I'll check the choke, make sure it's all set, adjust it if need be. But she fired right up, which she didn't used to do. You used to have to pour the gas in. And you know what? I think that was because there was a spring missing in this diaphragm. So it wasn't getting a full squirt. And now it's golden. Alright, so got the car back on. And it's driving pretty good. A little loud. Hopefully get the exhaust manifold gasket fixed soon. But it runs and drives a lot better. I'm just putting along in third right now, but acceleration's much better. There's no flat spots like there was before, but yeah, it's pretty good. I'm sure the neighbors love me with this exhaust. Alright, just got back from the test drive, and I say we're good to go.